Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla and Ariel if you're new here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can survive the holidays alone. Now, if you are new here, my name is Shaylin. Welcome back to my channel if you're not new here. I create lifestyle content on all things home, self-care, self-love. So if that is your thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. We would love to have you, girl. Now, we are going to jump right on into this video. I don't want it to be super long, drawn out, and I also don't want it to come off like super sad or depressing when we're talking about celebrating the holidays alone, or if you happen to be alone for the holidays. I don't want it to be a video like that. I want to be able to celebrate our aloneness. I feel like if people are choosing to be alone, or if they don't necessarily choose to be alone, it's often frowned upon as if it's a negative thing. And I don't necessarily want to present this video or the lifestyle in a negative way, because it doesn't have to be. Whether you choose to spend the holidays alone or whether it's not your choice, I'm just here to help you and give you some really good tips on how you can survive the holidays alone. I know that during this time of year, so many people are with their families, they're with their friends, there's tradition that's going around. It's genuinely a happy time, and most of the time, I would say like 9 times out of 10, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, but people are spending these days with their families and with their friends. But there may be some of you out there who just don't have that, or either don't choose to be around family or friends during this time. I'm here to give you some helpful tips of how you can survive the holidays if you're choosing to do this on your own, or if not, if it's not necessarily a personal choice. I want to just give you some helpful tips. Okay, we're just gonna jump right on into it, because I also don't want this video to be super long and drawn out either, because your girl can talk. I want to be able to just get straight to the point so that you guys can get the information as needed, right? Let's get to it. So tip number 1 is to start a health and fitness journey. You guys, this is the best time, the absolute best time to be able to start a health and fitness journey is during the holidays. And the reason why I say that is because most of the time, or it is true that the holidays start for what, Thanksgiving? I think that's the very first one that happens, Thanksgiving, November. Why not start a health and fitness journey that's going to carry you starting from November, maybe November 1st, and carry you all the way to the new year when you're going into the brand new year. You can start a health and fitness journey at the beginning of the year, because most people like to do like New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, and most people are trying to get fit. They're back in the gym because they want to go ahead and get right for the summertime. But what if you got a head start? What if you took the time starting in November to start your health and fitness journey and take it through the entire year? How can we do this? Now, let's say it's November 1st and you want to set yourself a goal. Maybe you want to run and you want to start running, you want to start jogging, and you really want to kind of get your momentum up to start working out again, and then running is included in that. So let's say you started November 1st. By Thanksgiving Day, I think this year, Thanksgiving, we're in December right now, so I skipped past one of the holidays, but I think Thanksgiving was on the 28th this year, right? So what if you had made it a goal, or what if you can make it a goal for Christmas, whichever month you want to do it in, to start on the 1st and make the actual holiday, like the actual day of, like the day of Thanksgiving or the day of Christmas or either New Year's Day. Make that your deadline, right? You know that you may be spending these holidays alone, whether again by choice or not. Make that day the actual goal. So if I said I want to go ahead and start running and jogging, I'm going to maybe download an app to see what I need to do to kind of gear myself up, and that way you have several weeks before the actual deadline day, which is the holiday, to kind of get your momentum up and start. And then on the day of, let's just say Thanksgiving hadn't passed yet. So if I started November 1st and my deadline date was November 28th for Thanksgiving Day, I know that the day is coming up. I'm not going to be with anybody. I want to be able to survive the holidays by myself. And when we get to that actual day, how proud am I going to be of myself if I set this goal, if I challenge myself all these weeks ahead? So then when I get to the actual day of the holiday, I am meeting that goal. I know the day prior or the night prior, I'm like, okay, tomorrow is the actual holiday. Everybody is going to be eating, drinking with their loved ones, and that's fine. But for me, I knew I was going to be spending it alone, but I had this goal, and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to run this extra mile, or I'm going to wake up and I'm going to, I don't know, go these however runners do. But like, let's just say you actually had a fitness goal. Maybe you wanted to do some crunches, or maybe you wanted to just start walking outside in nature more, and on the actual day of, you're like, okay, I'm going to go this distance. This is going to be my actual set day, my challenge day. And you're doing this so that on the day of, you're not feeling bad because you're busy. You are busy, you have a goal, you have a challenge that you have to get to. You have a goal that you have to reach, and the day of the actual holiday was the actual set day. That was the deadline day for you to go ahead and reach this goal. And how proud of yourself afterwards that you will be if you actually reach that goal. And the other thing too, when it comes to a fitness challenge, and why it's good to do it through the holidays and start maybe November 1st, is so that you can have a head start on your challenge and on your New Year's resolution. Because again, people are setting New Year's resolutions, and most of the time that usually has something to do with health and fitness. People want to get back in the gym and they want to get in shape, but you are getting a head start. If you start in November, by the time everybody else starts, which is what, January 1st, you are way ahead. You're 2-3 months ahead of everybody else, and now this is just a routine for you. You are way ahead of everybody else. While everybody else is just getting started, you are settling into where this has now become a lifestyle change for you, because you started 2 months in advance. You started in November, and when everybody else is like just now getting on their stuff, you're way ahead. So by the time spring and summer hit, you're gonna be good to go. Okay, tip number 2 is to travel. I know. So a solo vacation, right? If you have never done it, and maybe you have wanted to do it, the holidays are the perfect time. Like, they are the best time to be able to do a solo trip. Maybe you want to do it for Thanksgiving, maybe you want to do it for Christmas or the New Year's. It really doesn't even matter. If you got it like that, maybe you can go for the entire holiday season. I don't know, it's whatever y'all want to do. But going on a solo vacation around this time, I feel like would really clear your mind. It would get your mind off of being alone. If you are the type that you know that you would be lonely, or you know that you would feel sad if you don't have anybody to celebrate the holidays with, then take and book a vacation. If you know that it's coming up, and maybe you've always wanted to do a solo vacation, and you know that you're going to be by yourself during that time, why not book the vacation? You can maybe do it in the summertime to get ready for the holiday season, especially if you do it around that time. Like, if you book your vacation in the summertime for the winter, then the prices will probably be a lot cheaper. The flights may be cheaper. Just prepare yourself to go ahead and travel. If you are like me and you don't want to go anywhere far, I've gone on 2 solo vacations so far in my whole life, and I'm like scared to go anywhere like super far. I'm not going out the country or anything like that by myself, but I will go to another state. I just went to Florida, somewhere that is like super close to me. I went to Florida both times. Do something like that. Find a nice hotel. Make it like a healing type of trip. You know, bring your journal, bring your books and stuff like that. So something to where you can really pour into yourself during the holiday season. Also, if you don't want to travel, if you don't want to go anywhere, if you don't want to leave the state or leave the country or anything like that, you can always book a staycation. That is something that I personally really want to start getting into, especially for the year of 2025, is to start to book staycations. And that means you can stay close to your area where you live at, maybe an hour or so away, maybe somewhere within your same state that either has like an Airbnb or a hotel somewhere. Again, somewhere healing, somewhere that has a nice spa, somewhere that has a restaurant in it, and do a staycation during the holiday season, so that if you are alone, you can use this time to pour into yourself, save up and grab a spa package, maybe a massage, a foot rub, something like that. Stay in a hotel maybe a day or so. If you want to do it on the actual day, again, book ahead of time. You can do these things so that you can survive the holidays. So with that being said, that brings me to tip number 3, and that is to work on your mental health. I'm always going to throw this in there. I am always going to throw this in there. What a great time to start a wellness journey. This goes along with your health and fitness journey. This goes along with a vacation or a staycation, especially if you're going somewhere where they have spas and somewhere where you can really pour into yourself. If you start a wellness journey around the holiday season, especially if you are one that does not choose to be alone for the holiday season, a wellness journey or a health and mental health journey around this time can be so beneficial, and here's why. For those that don't necessarily choose to be alone during this season, it can play a big, huge part on your mental. It can make you feel sad. It can make you feel depressed. If you did once have family or friends that you were celebrating with and now you don't, maybe you have loved ones that have passed away, this can really play a huge part on your mental health. The holiday season for a lot of people, I feel like it can be the most joyful, happiest time of the year for some people, but then other people, it could be a really sad, depressing, triggering time for a lot of individuals. And those are more so the individuals that I'm talking about, even though you may not be like super depressed or anything, but it could definitely trigger something, especially if you used to have it. Starting a healing journey during this time, again, I'm like, start it November 1st so that you can carry it all the way through the beginning of the year. We can do this, of course, by journaling. I'm always going to advocate for journaling. I love journaling. Journaling is a very powerful thing. Journaling, finding new books to read. Take up a new practice. You can do yoga, you can do Pilates, get in nature. Nature has a very natural way of grounding us to bring us back to ourselves, to bring us centered just by being outside. Get outside. Get outside during this time. If you want to start a wellness journey, take the journal, take the books, and then go outside. Find some areas in your area so that you can sit and just be one with nature and just be one with outdoors and write out your thoughts, write out your feelings. Maybe you're a person that just kind of always really wanted to try out therapy, never really did, thought it was silly. Maybe take the holiday season to be able to do that. Sometimes we can be triggered and don't even know that we're triggered. Sometimes this season around us can trigger us and we don't even realize it. We don't know. Although you may not be super depressed or anything like that around the holiday season, but it can be a trigger. So if you guys do find yourself triggered during this holiday season, I want you to find a new practice, a new healing practice. If you want to start a journey, and that means, and when I say journey, you're doing something consistently. You are doing something either weekly or daily, just to kind of keep yourself afloat, and you're starting during the holiday season so that you can survive this time, so that it's not so bad. All of this is so that it's not so bad when the actual day comes. It is not so bad. That day comes, but you are in a practice. You are in your fitness journey. You are on your staycation or your vacation, or you are on your full-blown wellness journey, and you are outside in nature and you're doing all these things, and therefore it is just not so bad during the holiday season. Tip number 4, I really like this one, is to give back. Give back. You do not have to wait for the holiday season to be able to give to other people. You can give all year round. It makes you feel so good in the inside when you're actually giving back to other people. But again, because we're talking about being alone and surviving the holidays alone, if you would like to give back, this would be the perfect time to be able to do it, is during the holiday season. I know where I am in Atlanta, and I know in a lot of major cities, probably wherever you really are, there's always going to be people that are less fortunate than you are. You may think that you have it bad. You may think that your life is in shambles, but let me tell you something, girl. There's always going to be somebody that has it worse. Always. And you look at your situation and you realize, hey, I could be like this. I could be X, Y, and Z, or I could be not here anymore, or I could be dealing with this, or dealing with a sickness or a crippling whatever. You know, I could be dealing with all these things, but I'm not. But I'm not. We get up every single day, we're breathing. We may have aches and pains, but at the end of the day, we're waking up in the morning, and we're not having it as bad as some people may have it. I know in my city alone, and probably in your city too, there are so many shelters. There's homeless shelters, or just people who are in need of clothing and food, or maybe even homes, or just different things like that. There are pet shelters or animal shelters. There's always something in your area, something I'm sure that you can Google, something you can look online. You can probably do some digging and drive downtown in your downtown area, or whatever the case is, to find some type of facility that is in need and they need you. So why not give back during the season? You can donate, you can clean out your home, you can clean out your closets with your shoes and all of that. Instead of purchasing gifts for yourself or for your families or friends, purchase gifts for other people. If you want to still celebrate, but you also want to feel good about it, it feels so good to give back to somebody else. If you go to the store and you see something, you're like, oh, somebody would really like this, and you still want to celebrate the Christmas holiday, and you're like, ugh, I don't have anybody to get anything for, go buy it anyway. Go get whatever it is that you want to get, and then go take it to a shelter, or go take it to a facility somewhere that needs your help. Around this time of year, there are also so many toy drives for kids. There's food drives. We can go and volunteer at kitchens during the Thanksgiving and Christmas time to be able to serve food to the less fortunate and people who are in need. You can organize your own thing. You can maybe plan this like a few months in advance and organize your own drive, you know? Have your friends and your family come to you and donate to you so that you can give back in a way that is bigger and better than what you would have ever even thought. You may carry on a new tradition for your own family and friends by doing something like this. You don't necessarily always have to go to something that's already put together. Start your own. Start your own nonprofit organization during this time. My whole point to all of this, y'all, is that it really doesn't even matter, to be honest, what exactly you choose to do in your alone time, as long as it's beneficial, as long as you are pouring into yourself. And a lot of the times when you find that you're pouring into yourself, it sparks ideas for other things, for other people. You're able to help other people when you pour into yourself. That's the whole goal. You're able to do bigger and better things, but it starts with you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So even if you are spending this holiday season with someone else, find the time to give back to. Not only will you continue to do that around this season, you'll probably continue to do it all year round, as we should be. I'm gonna throw that out there too. As we should be. You don't always have to use the holiday season just to give back during that time. You should be giving back all year round. That's just what it is. It doesn't have to be broadcasted. You don't have to plaster it all over social media as far as what you did. I mean, if you want to, that's great. That is amazing. Kudos to you. But it's not something that is necessary. You don't necessarily have to do that in order to say that it's done. It's really like a really nice inside feeling if you take this time, or take whatever time that you want, to actually give back, because it's going to make you feel good. And it's another way that you can survive the holiday season, by giving back to other people, because it makes you feel really nice inside. And my last tip for surviving the holidays alone would be to celebrate how you want. Do it your way. Have your own solo celebration. You guys, I'm giving you tips and different things that you can do if you don't necessarily want to celebrate the holidays, or if you find that you're alone and you kind of want to do other things because you're not with anybody, you're not with family and friends. You know, I'm giving you those types of tips. However, let's not forget, okay? Let's not forget that this is your life and you're gonna celebrate it however you want to. If you are a festive person, I thought this was probably one of the most important tips out of all of the tips, to be honest. If you're a festive person and it is Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's the new year, and you want to decorate, girl, decorate your space. Decorate, put your Christmas tree up. If you want to buy gifts and give them to whoever, your co-workers, your friends, your family and all that, put your gifts under your tree. Still do the same things that everybody else is doing and celebrate in your way. Don't feel bad just because you don't have anybody there and think that, oh, well, you know, I'm alone this year, so what is the point of putting up my tree, or what is the point of cooking my Thanksgiving dinner, or what is the point? Forget all of that. Forget all of that. Just because you're alone, this is not a death sentence, you know? Again, I want to change the narrative around being alone, because I do find that so many people, and there's been a lot of times where people will equate being alone to being lonely, or being sad, or being depressed. And it's like, it does not have to be that way. You know, just because you're alone, whether it be by choice or not, doesn't mean that it has to be this woe is me, my life is so sad and yada yada. It does not have to be that way. Yes, you're human. You're going to have sad moments and sad times and lonely times. Don't get me wrong. But your life, your overall life, can be lived and celebrated how you want to live and celebrate it. So therefore, if it is a holiday season and you are a festive person and you like to celebrate the holidays, girl, by all means, celebrate the holidays. Celebrate the holidays. Find somewhere where you can go watch the ball drop. If you're in Georgia and you know they got the peach, do they still do the peach drop in Atlanta? I don't really even know, girl. But if you here, go watch the peach drop if they still doing it. If you want to book that solo trip, if you want to book the solo trip to New York, right? And you want to be in the midst of all the people in downtown. Where do they do it? Times Square, I think. I can't remember, but you know, and you want to watch the thing drop in is it Times Square? I can't remember, y'all. You know, in New York for the new year, do that. Then go do that. You'll probably meet people when you go on these solo trips, or if you decide that you want to go volunteer at a shelter somewhere, I'm sure you'll meet somebody there. Like if you don't want to totally be alone, just by getting out there, living your life and doing the things that you want to do, it opens the door. It opens the door. Don't let being alone or being by yourself during the holiday season or any season deter you from living your life. Still live your life and do the things that you want to do. Decorate the tree, okay? Book the vacation. Go volunteer. Start your fitness journey. Start your healing and your wellness journey. All of these things will lead to something else greater, and I promise you they will. I promise you they will. If you just focus on yourself and you start with yourself and you don't look at this time as being lonely and depressing and sad, but you look at it as like a stepping stone to get somewhere else, I promise you something greater always comes out of it when you work on yourself first. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. I think we kept it short and sweet. I don't know how many minutes it is. I gotta go back and edit it and see how long it's been, but I think we got to the point. I think it was positive. Being by yourself and being alone does not always have to be a negative thing. I think we are changing the narrative here, and we're good. We are good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. If you do want me to expand on any of these points, maybe later on down the line, please let me know. And if you are surviving the holidays alone, let me know how you're doing it. I really want to know how you guys are spending the holidays. If you aren't spending them with family or friends, if you do choose to spend them by yourself because it is your choice and that's just something that you want to do, let me know. If you decide to book that vacation, let me know. I want to know what y'all are doing. Okay, I want to know what y'all are doing. Where are you going, sis? What books are you reading? Are you in the gym? A really quick point that I forgot to say about the gym and starting your fitness journey too is that a lot of people are not in the gym during the holiday season. And that's like a little tidbit for y'all. A lot of people aren't in the gym because they're at people's houses. They're at their own houses. They're eating and all of that. So when you go to the gym, you really have the gym like all to yourself. So it's like a thing. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please share your stories down below. If you are spending the holidays alone, what exactly are you guys doing? If you have done it in the past, I want to know what you have done in the past. If you decide to do it in the future, we still have a couple of holidays coming up. We still have Christmas and we still have the New Year coming up by the time I post this video. So if this is something that you're going to be doing, let me know how you're going to be celebrating. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!